My life was simply about drinking alcohol. I lived in promiscuity. I had the habit of abusing drugs. In fact, I am ashamed to speak in public. If I say who I was, people would hardly believe the change that God has done in me. I was, in simple language, a piece of garbage for society. This is Jose Rafael, a young man rescued from drugs and delinquency in the community of Pueblo Nuevo, Bani. These are the streets of Pueblo Nuevo. Some of its walls pay tribute to its young deceased, most of them because of violence. Any of these paintings could have been by Jose Rafael or by Javier, another of the young men rescued in this dangerous community by the church La Senda. 10 years ago, Javier was a small drug dealer and abuser. Today, he leads alongside Pastor Amado Urdaneta, a ministry that looked forward to take out of the street the young men that lived like he used to. When Javier came to church, I told Javier, "You are going to work with the young people with drugs addiction. And all the young guys that come to the church are sent to Javier. And after Javier works with them, they are sent back to me so that I do the work that I have to do as a pastor." I feel very well because that's what the Lord wants. The Lord calls us that we go, preach, and bear fruit. And then He will continue to prune us so that we bear more fruit. So I must feel well because I know what I lived before. I don't want to go back, but I don't want anybody else to live it. I had a problem with a person. And because of that problem, I almost take his life. But the Lord didn't allow it. Thanks God. I came over when he was sitting after a small argument, and I pointed at his chest, and I even pulled the trigger to kill him. But praise God, the gun didn't fire. He hurt me. I have scars on my finger. I grabbed his machete, the weapon that he had, and he also hurt me in my right leg. Because I saw a reflection of me in him. I saw a reflection of what I was before, and he was living it at that moment, and I was able to see it because he used to visit his grandma who lives next door. I was on my way and I found Stanley Perez, who is Javier. I know he was Christian because he's my grandma's neighbor. Then on that Friday, I had to preach at church. I went out to the sidewalk, and when I looked at the right side, he was in his grandma's house. I saw the necessity of Christ he had, and that he needed to get rid of that word. And he told me, "Oh, come to church tonight. We're going to have a good preacher." And for my surprise, when I came to church that night, when the preacher was introduced, "Now with you, your brother, Stanley Perez." He was the preacher who I was going to listen to. It has been a close relationship. It's been a brotherhood out of any context. He has been my confidant, my brother, my teacher. There's have been times when the enemy has wanted to take me down, and he's the one that has been closer to me. Behind all this, there is a pastor committed to the transformation of the community. What is the key for this young man to continue to be a reproducer of the grace? That whoever comes here must work. I get them involved in ministry. They have something to do when they come. It's not only to have them sitting down, taking Bible studies to see if they change. What they experience is a holistic transformation. I am 100% changed thanks to the blood of Christ. The Lord gave me my wife. The Lord gave me a good job. The Lord gave me my daughter, who is the greatest blessing I could ever have. They said I was garbage. Even my own family, they named me the plague. Here comes the plague. Not consideration, not trust, but Today, Raphael is required for the most important issues of the family. Today, my father, when he has a project, he trusts me. The legacy of Javier continues to bear fruits. Beside Jose Rafael, there are other young men like him that are being led to the way of the Lord. There is a young man here that when he was 8, he was being prepared for delinquency, and he's the one who sleeps here in the church. They wanted him to become a hitman, and he's here, and he's an excellent young man, and he's going to the university now. A church committed to the community continues to be the hope for those who lived in necessity. I want to say that love and faith have power. A pastor, a church, a ministry that is not sure about the love they should have in the heart and do not deposit faith and love in people, they cannot achieve any goal.